Afternoon people, Karls Mowing Auckland, weekly roundup, week 3. Okay, we'll start off with the inquiries, and this week we had 3 inquiries, and all of them were about lawns, and one was with a weed spray included. Okay, so the first one went around, lady checked it out, had a look around the property. There was a fair bit laying around, untidy. So I just explained to her, all the stuff's got to be picked up. I'm here to do the lawn. I'm not here to pick up after people. And also they had a trampoline in there. It's for the 14 months old granddaughter Christmas present, and I said I don't move that. She agreed. I have to ring her the day before to make sure all the stuff is picked up. She agreed, so I'll see what happens with that. The second inquiry, this was about a lawn and a weed spray. I got this job through the van again. They seen the van parked up when I was visiting someone, and they rang a few hours later. So we made a time. I went around the next day, banged on the door, and they got masks on, which is fine, and they didn't open up the door. And I said to them, you guys haven't got COVID, have you? And they went, yeah, we notified you. Yeah, they notified me 5 minutes before I got there on my phone, I just thought, oh yeah, okay. So I moved on from there, got to do a lawn and a weed spray. And the third inquiry was a guy on the phone, and he just wanted to know how much I charged. And I said to him, well, I need to come around and have a look. And he goes, yeah, but how much are you going to charge? And he was rattling on this and that, and in the end I just said, mate, I don't know your lawn, I don't know what it looks like, I don't know how long it is. I says, my minimum rate starting is 48. And then he started saying, oh, what do? You got a ride-on mower? I says, I've got a self-drive. Oh, what's that? And I just said, you got the starting price, mate. If you want me, tell me to come around. He wasn't too far away from here, or so he said. So I just said, yep, no worries, catch you later. Haven't heard back from him, which is fine. Okay, so that was the inquiries this week. A couple of follow-ups from last week. The lady that wanted to do her own edges, she never rang me back. I didn't expect her to, and so she would have found someone else. And the other follow-up was the weed spray. I went around and done that, so that was completed. Also there was that other follow-up about that woman that said if I wanted to come around and do that lawn, she'll fix me up later, and I didn't go around there. I actually put a video out late last week. It says the title was "You Could Get Scammed." Have a look at that if you want. It relates to this lawn inquiry. What happened was the lady did ring me back, and we did make a date and time, and I went around and done the job, and she was quite happy with that. But also, I must say, you need to be careful in this game, because it can work both ways. I was talking to another operator this week. We were just working next door to each other, and I don't know him, I'd seen him, but never had a word to him and that. And we're having a bit of a chat and that. And I said to him, "Oh, I used to do this place." He goes, "Oh, what happened?" I said, "Oh, you know, they paid it. First time, second time, third time, nah, didn't pay me, eh? So what did I do? On your bike, get going." I wasn't going to do it again. You wouldn't guess what this guy said to me. He says, "Oh, they owe us 8 payments." I went, "What?" I just left it at that, eh? And I just thought to myself, 8 payments? You gotta be joking. But just goes to show, it can go both ways. Okay, that's about that. So that was all the follow-ups from the week before. Okay, so this week's outgoings, well, is my tax, which is weekly. The fuel, this week I paid $2.48 a litre, which was down 10 cents a litre from the week before. I actually saw it today for $2.34 a litre. That was a fair way away, 15 k's to go and drive. I wouldn't do, oh well, I don't do that. I just stick to around find the cheapest one as I'm driving around during the week, you know. Okay, what other outgoings did I have? Oh, I had to buy some, it's called a bump. You have it for the line cutter or a whacker. It's the line feeder. You stick your line through it and you wind it up and then put it back on your machine and it just goes bump, 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 and it feeds the line out. So that was $84. Also I had to get a warrant of fitness. So that's for the vehicle to say that, yeah, it's roadworthy, the tyres are good, the brakes work, indicators work. For my vehicle, I have to have that done every 12 months. So that was due. What else was there? There was, I spoke to you last week about the advertising. How I buy a block for 6 weeks. Well, that was due. So I rang them up, booked it in for another 6 weeks. The price hadn't gone up. That's $227 for 6 weeks. I bought some blades for the lawnmower and got them replaced. So that was another $48. So for the weekly outgoing this week, roughly about $5.50. So it changes every week, you know. You just pay it, you know. I always pay all my bills on the spot, you know. Warrants paid, advertising paid. Well, they won't put your ad in unless you pay first, but yeah. Yeah, so I just pay all my bills straight up, so I got no outstanding debt at all. Okay then, things I had to do for the business this week, which I mean is I had to do an oil change for the mower. I do that at the end of the month. Every month I change the oil. 600 mils of oil go in. And with the ad, I changed it. My ad used to say Karls Mowing, then the phone number, and then description, lawns, hedges, you know, tidy up, so on and so on. So, and at the end, the last word was reliable. So what I thought I'd do is I changed the ad and I put Karls Mowing, reliable, then lawns, hedges, clean up, tidy up, weed spray, then the phone number. Why did I do that? Because on the first ad, not the first ad, in week 1 I was rattling on about being reliable, you know. So when I read my ad, I said, why have I got that word reliable at the end? It should be, well, in my opinion, it should be at the beginning of the ad, because when people read the ad, they look, Karls Mowing, reliable. Also, when I rang up and said about changing the ad and paying for it, I was trying to get the right description, with the person on the other end of the phone. And she's saying, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that, it won't fit in, you know, that word reliable, because I got it in a bigger font, the same font as Karls Mowing. And she says, no, we can't do that, you know. And I was thinking to myself, can't we do something? And then she said, well, you got the phone number in the same font. If you take the phone number out at the beginning and put it at the end, then you can move reliable up to where the phone number was. And I went, oh, right, okay, we'll do that. And then she tells me that on most ads the phone number is always at the end, whereas I had mine at the beginning, because I thought Karls Mowing, then the number, then the services, because I had it in the same font, same size. So that was something I learnt. You never stop learning, eh? Even at 64. Okay, so that's that done. Now, here's one thing I think new people should do when they come into the lawn game. And this is what I do. When I get phone calls from people who want a one-off job, it could be a lawn, it could be a hedge, it could be a tidy up, whatever it is. If you do the job for them, which is great, it's a one-off, what I do is I keep their name in my phone, and also next door to their name, it's just like Joe Smith, hedge, 350. Joe Smith, lawn, 55. Whatever the job cost, because sometimes they ring back again and they want the same service. And by having the price in your phone, you know straight away what you charged them last time, because that will help you charging a little bit more, because it might be 6 months later or a year later. You know, you might say the lawn was 55, 60 bucks a year ago, 65. The hedge was 350, make it 380, 400, you know, depending what that time frame is. Because I do get it, you know, now and again. Oh, maybe 2 or 3 a year, but at least you know straight away. That's about it. Well, that's it. Now, I was just thinking to myself, you know, during the week, and I was thinking maybe you people want to know a little bit more about Karls Mowing, and where did it come from, and where did it start from. So I've been thinking about that, and I'm quite happy to talk about it, you know, because you just don't go and get a lawnmower and a van and a blower and a weed whacker and away you go. There has to be something behind it. So if you want to know why I started and how I did get started, if one or two viewers or subscribers leave a comment saying, yeah, you know, would be interesting, I'll start it off next week, and I'll just do like why I started and how I started first, and then just go on from there. It'll be just a short, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes about it. See how it goes. So that's about it for this week. I'd like to thank all the subscribers and all the new subscribers this week. I've got over 100 now. That was a big surprise. And all those people having a squizzy and haven't pushed the subscribe button, you know, thank you very much. That's it for this week. Take care, and if you want to know a little bit more about Karls Mowing business, come this way next week, week 4. Okay, we'll catch you later. Bye.